Hey everyone, this is our inaugural show in our new studio. Super excited. We wanted to do these updates for our community. Laurin's here as well, and
hi guys.
I think I'm really excited that we finally got the studio happening, and we're going to give things like crypto updates, which are important to everyone, and standard updates to what we're doing at the standard, what's happening, feedback from the community, as well as questions from the community. We'll be announcing prizes on this channel, so make sure you subscribe, because that way you see if you're a winner and if there's any new deals, airdrops, anything like that happening. So hit that subscribe button, of course, and yeah.
Yeah, and not only this, join our Telegram group, ask questions. What do you guys want to know about the standard? We will keep you posted in various channels. The YouTube channel is one of them. But yeah, the Telegram chat is very active. And yeah, join us.
Yeah, it's super fun. The Telegram channel is really starting to become cool, right? It's really nice seeing it. As that gets a little bit out of control, you know, we started with Telegram because one single channel, everyone can see what's going on. And if that gets too crazy in there, like in terms of too many messages, we'll move over to Discord. We're also building, of course, the governance system on the standard.io, which will have a forum where people discuss different improvement protocols and all the rest of it before voting. And that's where the major protocol will roll out anyway. So definitely check that out, the standard.io.
Exactly. So in basic, like, the Telegram chat is really the early steps of our DAO, a decentralized organization that we are building. So if you become a member, you're joining a DAO, a really growing community that will at the end govern the standard protocol.
Hey man, you just came back from Dubai. Tell everyone what happened there. What was the recap on that?
Man, Dubai was crazy, I can tell you. So there were like apparently 5 or more conferences in 1 week. I felt like the whole crypto space is actually in Dubai.
I really thought there was some scam conferences there as we were looking at it, because like, hang on a minute. Why is there 4, 5 conferences happening in 2 weeks? Like, is there? Like, how can you check if there's real? It's actually happened in London. There was a conference that just disappeared with everyone. So it's important, folks out there. If you're looking at conferences, make sure that they're real.
Oh yeah, they were real. I was there.
They were
real. They're still ongoing actually. So I had to come back earlier. But anyhow, so Dubai was really great. The whole crypto world, as I said, was in Dubai, at least was my impression. We had people, like a lot of people from the NFT space, which is a really evolving, quickly evolving space.
We got big news about that coming up too, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. As well as very fascinating to see DeFi. DeFi became really one of the hot topics in crypto. A lot of projects, interesting projects coming up there. And of course, I was there representing the standard on the hunt of strategic partners for our community and for our protocol. So there will be also some incredible announcement coming up very soon. But also, you know, Dubai is, I had the impression nobody really lives in Dubai. It's like a spot where people meet to do business. So you could match interesting projects with a very credible and incredibly diverse crowd of investors. So there were from retail investors to really the big guys, all were there meeting in one spot, making incredible connections, incredible business. And also for the standard, I could tell you guys, we have met strategic partners that will help us on various fronts. And we are just about to like formalize these agreements. And as soon as this is done, there will be a formal announcement. And there we will get you guys some great news that will facilitate the growth of our protocol.
Yeah, the protocol is going to blow up like crazy soon. It's what we're building is literally going to be the standard in pay. I really see that, because even Michael Saylor just came on the scene the other day, did a video talking about how you would use crypto. And he said the best way to use crypto is not to sell it ever, but borrow against it. And it was like, Saylor gets it. Of course he gets it. I mean, it's, you know, and so I was really, really happy to see that, because that's exactly what we're building with the standard, where people can lock up Bitcoin, Ethereum, and physical assets like gold from participating trusted nodes for these gold hard asset custodians, and then be able to borrow against them. So never have to sell. Actually, a gold standard 2.0, but I'd rather call it like a rare asset standard. And so I was really happy to see that. We'll link that video in the description below for you guys to check out. It's really, really good. Michael, as usual, comes out with some absolute gems in that.
Michael Scigala, like, back in 2018 we met, or I met him, and we had a brief discussion about crypto. And to be honest, Josh, I didn't have the impression that he was the biggest advocate back in the days of crypto.
No, he didn't like it.
He didn't like it.
He didn't like it. He was like, no. And then he totally switched. Like, something went off in his head. I don't know who he spoke to. Maybe it was Andreas Antonopoulos or something that really sort of, he had that aha moment, and now he's just in. He's full in. I mean, we all know he's full in.
But yeah, that's actually really interesting that he said that he would borrow against his crypto and spend something else. So this is actually also my criticism of Bitcoin and as being the only source of payment, because actually, why would I spend something that I anticipate will go up in value? We at the Standard, we want to solve that and allow people to save in rare assets, Bitcoin, precious metals, and anything else that you would describe as a rare asset, and solely spend in stable coins or fiat.
All right, before we run out of SIM cards, the big news is Bitcoin hit the all-time high. Yesterday it hit it in euros, but not in dollars. Today we're hitting it above dollars. Of course, and you know, the thing about the all-time highs is people say, well, price doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter, but it definitely matters in terms of interest in the space. Because usually big VCs or money, people that are interested in money and understand it, they think, look, see, it's crashed all the way down. And it's when it hits back up, that's when they're like, it went back up. It didn't die again. You know, and so these all-time highs matter.
Of course they matter. I mean, log-ins of users from crypto exchanges multiply every time you hit a new all-time high. And all the attention these all-time highs create are great from the space, because everything that gets cryptos in the lamplight is really good for the mainstream adoption. And I'm really excited to see where we go with this rally now.
And I mean, the thing is about the bear markets, they're the times where you build. You know, they talk about hodl, and then there's biddle. I don't know if that works, but you really build in those times. And since 2017, we really built at Vaultoro, and we're also building now at the Standard, and to make sure that people can use it as soon as possible. The all-time high. This is really great. I think we'll be interested to see the private sale will happen soon. So stay in touch. Make sure you hit subscribe so you find out when that's on, where that's on, and so you can grab yourself part of the future and the standard of money.
So we are aiming really for full decentralization of the DAO. What most people don't know is the concept of DAOs is pretty new, and also pretty new for the crypto world. And most of the DAOs nowadays, unfortunately, are still in the hands of just a few people. So we, with the Standard, we are going through 3 distribution phases that are really aiming for a full decentralization of our protocol. And that's why it's a little bit more complex instead of one easy distribution and we are done. So we have a private sale. We had this incredible successful pre-sale on Vaultoro that was sold out within a couple of days, but where we also limit the amounts people could buy.
The last thing we want is rug pulls. I mean, this is something that has happened to really good projects out there where they're kicking goals, the programmers are kicking goals, everyone's getting stuff done, and then some early VC dumps on the whole market, destroys the price, everyone else piles out, and basically the treasury that the developers have run out of money because the price gets so dumped on that the whole project fails. So this was really important to learn from their mistakes and basically only allow a small amount to be purchased in these pre-sale phases. And we had a lot of interest, so a lot of people bought rather than 1 or 2 big whales. So that I'm really proud about that. And anyone that wanted to buy more is vesting over 24 months. So that's through a smart contract.
Exactly. And yeah, this phase now, we call it the pre-sale. And how you will really get access to it, you log on...
the private sale.
The private sale.
Yeah.
So you really log onto our website, thestandard.io, and click on this Join Whitelist button, and then you're in. And then you get notified once we're live with the private sale. Oh my God.
And by the way, part of the private sale setup is you join the whitelist, and you get points for everything you do, because right now we're starting to move out of stealth mode, and we want the community to start letting their friends know. So every point that you get puts another ticket into a raffle, and we're giving away amazing prizes. Like we're giving away 5 AirPods, the new ones that just came out. We've got 4 Apple Watches. We've got iPads, 3 iPads, 2 AirPads, and one of the brand new M1X MacBook Pros that just got released.
Oh.
Yeah. So and then on top of that, there's this grand prize of 1 million TST, which is like will make someone a whale out there. That'll also vest though. But it'll, if you want to be a crypto whale, it's definitely time to sign up to the whitelist. There's so many things every time you share and like, you get points, and that is another ticket in the raffle. And we have a fair draw where we'll do it live. We use RafflePress, which is a great plugin that allows us to be fair, and it picks a random winner.
And the aim of this is really to, again, decentralization. We want to aim for full decentralization of the DAO. So we need a lot of people signing up to our private sale, participating, and this is how we incentivize people to join.
Yeah. So a lot of stuff happening, really, really exciting. Another piece of news, by the way, just to totally cross the strange news barrier here, Russia plans on slowly ditching the USD reserves and going into rare assets or digital assets. So they've been buying gold for a long time. China as well. This is a big step for USD. This is a big hit. I mean, if the crypto, the crypto market, right? Someone like Tesla, when Tesla dropped Bitcoin, said, no, we're not accepting it anymore. It was like, whoa, the price tanks. Why? Because the use case falls away. And this is the same for any coin. So USD, this is the reason why they go to war to try to secure oil settlements in USD, is because they want those use cases. So this sort of use case of countries holding the USD as a reserve currency falling to the wayside and looking at digital assets, it's not set in stone, but they're definitely looking at it, is really, really interesting in terms of the price, in terms of what we're doing at the standard. I think it plays a big part in that, because that's effectively what we're allowing people to do, is build a reserve for their own savings by locking up rare digital assets, borrowing fiat against it, and spending that. So, what do you think of that?
Man, that's super interesting. Like, seeing that digital assets find their way into governments also as a reserve. The biggest trust a country could have for one certain asset is, or show of trust, would be to have it in its reserve. Yeah. So that's great news.
Yeah.
Bullish news, I would say. But on the flip side of things, it also really proves that the old system of fiat currencies is slowly coming to its end. Most people can't really imagine a world without fiat. But it can clearly exist. And when fiat gets out of the reserves and gets replaced with something more valuable that is intended potentially to go even up in price, then it's clearly a sign that fiat is slowly making its way out of our financial system.
Well, we're seeing it with the Bitcoin ETF as well. This is similar. This is like the private version of the public Russia using as reserves, and the ETF is kind of like the private style. The thing is, these are centralized, and they're very dangerous because with these big hacks, right? So if an ETF gets hacked, my God, and it will probably happen. If a government gets hacked, my God, they're losing all their reserves. So this is a really difficult thing, especially if there's coups and stuff like that. Who controls these private keys? It's really, really interesting. This is where decentralized systems, where you allow lots of little players to lock up value rather than one big behemoth, I think this is really the much better scaling solution for crypto and for the security of these existential threats that face the crypto scene. So yeah, very, very interesting times. Guys, this is our first update. We have many more coming. I would definitely recommend hitting that bell because we've got lots and lots of great news, lots of great prizes and things coming up, and we look forward to staying in touch.
Exactly. Guys, yeah, thank you for listening in. It's incredible how big our community is getting and how it's growing and expanding. Yeah, please hit that bell, subscribe to our channel, stay in touch. Comment below if you have any questions about the standard, about future developments, where we actually see our protocol developing into. Yeah, ask a lot of questions. You'll definitely get the answer. And yeah, we are looking forward to hearing from you.
All right, ciao.
Cheers, guys.
Cut, bleep.